So, this is January 23rd. I'm recording this in my car right after doing an interview with Ignite Live on Facebook. I know the lighting isn't perfect, sorry. And part of why I am doing this video is because my doctor was there, and we were talking about how people don't see their own change. So, she talked about doing photos. I'm going to do videos because I hate my voice. So, my name is Mars. This is I just did my second shot of testosterone this morning. So I'm still new to all this. I'm still figuring it out. I'm super sick. So next week I may not sound like this. Although, nice thing about being sick is it sort of seems to deepen my voice. And I know this isn't a great video yet. I'm sure if I keep doing this will eventually be good videos or something. I don't even know if I'm doing this for anyone or just for me. I was thinking to myself that I didn't have anything I'd want to say in a video. That there was nothing I'd want to add or change or put out there to the world. But I just finished a really intense and interesting weekend, and as part of that weekend we talked about ritual pain, and a lot of rituals that involve pain involve the transition from childhood to adulthood, whether that's going from being a little girl to a woman or a boy to a man. And a friend of mine who adore this person, not with any malice, not with any thought behind it, and I didn't take it with any malice or anything mean, said to me, don't become a man. Rethink this plan. Don't do it. Do something else. Anything else. And she didn't mean it in the way of like, don't transition. It was more of a, don't go through this horrible, painful process. And what I'm not sure she could have known in that moment was how much I had been struggling since my first shot of testosterone with how I was possibly going to handle doing a second shot of testosterone. So after that happened, I realized that I can handle pain better sometimes when it's part of a ritual. And I've done rituals before that involved piercing. In fact, part of this weekend, I actually did a hook pull, which was really good and really intense, and everything I could have needed. I couldn't have even imagined going through this without that. And it helped a lot. I know there's a lot of ums. I'm sorry. I know you're not supposed to say when you're doing public speaking, whatever. So pain in rituals has a place for me and a meaning for me. I've done a number of piercing rituals where we did a temporary piercing in order to let go of something and bring something else in. I've done a number of... So I'm used to rituals with pain, and that doesn't scare me. And given the fact that I just talked about doing a hook pull and doing temporary piercings and all that, I'm terrified of needles, and I basically strictly do needles either as these rituals or as medical. So trying to do my own shot that first week was terrifying and impossible. Like, the doctor literally had to hold my hand to help me do the shot. But I'm determined to get through this. So this morning, my alarm went off an extra half hour early so I could do my shot in the morning if I chose, which would be my preference. And I gathered my supplies, and I did my research, and I thought about this ritual very thoroughly. And I found some really beautiful prayers that I'm going to have to keep looking up every week until I have them memorized out of the Jewish faith. And I might even ask one of my friends to teach me how to say them in Hebrew. So I'm not Jewish, but I found the prayers really beautiful. I had spoken to my friend, and he actually uses them with his testosterone shot. So I am pagan. Shiva and Kali are two of the gods who sit on my altar. They're not the only gods that sit on my altar, but they're two of them. So I called on Kali to help me destroy the old, and Shiva to help me dance in the new, which I felt was really appropriate, given that as part of the hook pull, there was drums and dancing and a whole bunch of other stuff this weekend, and there were a couple points where I danced myself into ecstasy, which was amazing. I don't get to do that often enough. And so I asked Shiva to dance my new body, my new self into creation with this testosterone shot. And then I prepped the testosterone, got it into the syringe, changed out the needles, and then I did 2 temporary piercings into my chest, because I've been taught how to do them in my chest before. I don't suggest you just do this randomly, but I don't feel comfortable doing them in my leg yet, because I've been taught how to do them in the chest so many times, but not how to do it into a place that is less easy to get a pinch of skin and just skin. The first one representing my masculine side, and the other one representing my feminine side. And the duality which I seek, because even though I'm going on testosterone, and I'm maybe looking to socially transition male, I don't identify by male. I identify in the non-binary scale, which is large and big. And we can have an entire video on that at some point. I just decided I wanted to talk about this ritual first. So I did both of those, and in numerology, 2 represents duality, and 3s are the union of duality. It's mixing duality, it's the in-between place between those 2. So I did 2 temporary piercings into my chest, which means they don't go straight in, they go in and out, and it's just through a little bit of skin. And once I'd done that, I cleaned off the spot I was going to put my testosterone shot into in my leg, and put the needle in, and somehow after sticking 2 needles into my chest, sticking that 3rd needle straight down into the muscle was not nearly as scary. This time, unlike last time when I pulled up, I guess there must have been a little bit of air left in the needle portion, because it pulled up a little bit of air, freaked me out all kinds. I later looked up on the internet that it said that that was probably okay, and I probably could have pushed all the way down. I didn't push all the way down this time. Next time I will. I'm just terrified. There was no blood, so I was okay. I just pulled it up. Not in a vein. Okay, push down. And then I disposed of that needle and that syringe and took the took the temporary piercings out. And then I said a second set of prayers, thanked Shiva and Kali, and that was that. So that's what I did. That's what I'm planning on continuing to do for now. I'd love to know if other people have some kind of ritual around their shots, whether it's testosterone or estrogen, or any other shots if you do shots. Yeah, and hopefully I'll do more videos and maybe I'll get to see how things change. Thanks. Bye.